Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to another live episode on this channel. And tonight's topic is less stress. Stress is one of your biggest enemies on your road of happiness, contentment, joy, and stress cannot be avoided. Okay? There is no such thing as a life with no stress. However, you can reposition your life to have less stress. And that's the goal because, again, life is not perfect. We can try to make life better. Okay? And so, what we're going to talk about tonight are some tips and some tools in making your life less stressful. Why? So you can enjoy life more and you can have less head blow up emojis. When you're so stressed out, like your head blows up. I put that emoji in the description because that's how life feels. Feels like your head's gonna explode. On a live comments, we got my man XB Jeffy living a dream. XB Jeffy is the next generation Rob Dyrdek. Okay, he's gonna basically have the fantasy factory in California. He's gonna meet some girl like West Coast Chanel, and he's gonna be doing YouTube videos about not just living in his XP like minivan car, but also being a skateboarder because he found his passion again. He got away from renting. He moved out of his house because at a certain age you have to move out of your house and become an adult. You have to be careful not to get caught in society pressure and family pressure to buy a house because buying a house was a symbol of succeeding and coming of age. But buying a house is a huge stressor. That's the first tip, guys. A house is not the American dream. A house is not the symbol of success. A house is a huge financial commitment. And even when you buy a house below your means, it's a stress factor. Why is it a stress factor? Because the maintenance on a house never stops. The cleaning never stops. The obligation of being tied down to one area never stops. Having neighbors never stops. Okay. Now, is there any living situation that can avoid any problems? Because living in your car, living on the road, living in a travel trailer, you still have problems there. So no, look, you can't avoid any lifestyle, whether you rent, buy, or travel. You can't avoid any lifestyle that has no stress. But again, life is about having less stress, not no stress. So you have to kind of understand your personality. That's the first step, really, of creating a life with less stress. Who are you? Okay. And when you're young, I mean, XB Jeffy is in his 20s, right? I think it's like 26, and he's starting to rebuild his life based on his terms. So even at 26, you don't fully know yourself. Okay. But while you figure out your life, keep your commitments low. Keep your commitments, your obligations financially and emotionally low. Don't get married young. Don't buy a house young. Don't get tons of new cars young. Why? Because the less commitments you make, the more time you have to kind of figure out life and to play around with life a little bit. Stress, man. Stress will kill you. We're going to talk about it a little bit more. Keelan, good to see you, brother, on the live chat. Patricia, good to see you. Little fiery one from Idaho, making it happen. She just went on a camping trip. She brought down her stress levels. Why? Because, hey, look, she packed a backpack full of sex toys, and she went out there and she camped in Oregon. Why? Because there ain't nothing else to do in Oregon, so you might as well go camping with some sex toys. I ain't mad at that. And what I could tell you, look, guys, a lot of you guys are stressed out because you're backed up. Okay, I'm gonna do a video about that tomorrow. Where do you masturbate while you live in your car? I'm going to do a video about that, okay? Because a lot of you guys need a tip. A lot of you guys out there are like Pee Wee Herman. And what I can tell you guys is working out is one way to relieve stress, okay? That's physical activity. That's putting a demand on your body. When you work out, it's the same thing as driving your car, okay? Your car needs to be driven, okay? If you have a car and you leave it parked in your garage and you don't drive it, the battery will die. The components will not be lubed up. They'll dry up And when the components are dried up, hoses crack and everything else, it starts to deteriorate. Your body is like a car. It can't sit in a driveway all day. Okay, some of you guys just sitting in your house all day medicating yourself. Come on, guys. Go for a walk. Okay, let your blood flow. Go in the gym even, or get your big ass up. And what I could tell you is get lubed up. Okay, sweat. Okay, that's why I moved to Florida. Yeah, sweat a little bit. Okay, sweat actually releases toxins. Sweat is like, when you're driving on I-95, 70 miles per hour, your car needs that a little bit. Your car needs to sweat. Okay, and satisfy yourself. You need to be, you need to release some things, guys. You guys are backed up. Okay, and when your car's backed up, it's like Eddie Murphy putting the banana in the tailpipe, guys. You blow up. Okay, and you don't move. So a lot of you guys, you need to take the banana out of the tailpipe and you need to use it for something else. Okay, now for you girls, now for you guys out there that are into that, that's your opinion. All right, let's stay positive. XBJ, chilling in my house. That's his car. He's living full time in it right now, looking for something good to watch. Well, you just found something good, man. What's better than this live feed, man? Love your stuff and the support you give me. Thanks. Well, hey, brother, I love you too. I love you as long as the relationship is solid for both of us. Damn it, Snow Panther coming in hot with the super chat, man. Sorry I missed that, brother. He goes, always looking forward to your live streams. Well, Snow Panther, love and respect to you, brother. And thank you for that positivity. Thank you for that support. I appreciate that very much. Love to you, man. Appreciate that, Snow Panther. Patricia, yes. Oh, yeah. Patricia talking about a life less stress. Look, when you don't travel, when you don't get out there and see the world, you're stressed out. I looked at a home base today, and it was actually something that really caught my eye. It's a serious contender. Why? Well, one is it's an RV lot by the beach, and it includes the travel trailer, okay, for $100K, okay? Travel trailer, RV lot, a block in from the beach, South Florida, for $100K, okay? Here's some things I want to share with you, okay? When I looked at the RV lot, there's a couple things you have to check off. Is it below your financial means? And even if it is, how much stress will it bring to your life? Okay. The people who are selling it, nice people. I really enjoyed spending time with them. They're actually selling it by owner. Nice couple. I think it's a married couple. Very nice. They had that lot. They have their travel trailer on it. It's like 2011. They have another car and they have another house. And I think they're basically getting ready to downsize and they want to do some traveling. They actually want to buy a motorhome and they want to travel. And I think they want to have a home base in Tennessee. Shout out to my guy, Journey with Jordan. He's from Tennessee. But a couple things that struck me. One is when I was looking at the travel trailer, we were looking at the components, and it's a 24-foot travel trailer, okay, sitting on an RV lot. And so you go through, it's a small travel trailer, but you go through first the steps to get into the travel trailer. So they have to be like greased a little bit because they're a little bit old, and they're not used and they're older. And so when he unfolded the step, there's like a ladder, a step up to get into the travel trailer, it was squeaking and it was a little bit tough getting out. So right there, one is it wasn't used. When you don't use something, it stresses you out. When you don't use your clothes, when you don't use belongings that you have in your house, you stress out about it mentally. When you don't use your body and you're not being physical, you stress out because you feel bad about yourself and your body's hurting. Your body is begging for you to put a demand on it. Okay. So either way, so back to the story. So he pulls down these steps and they start to squeak and he goes, you got to lube these up a little bit. They haven't been used a lot. He goes, but, they work fine. He goes, but like anything in life, even a small travel trailer, it requires maintenance. And as soon as he said the word maintenance, there was like a bell going off in my mind. Why was a bell going off in my mind? Because maintenance equals stress. No way around it, guys. No way around it. And I said, oh, here's a stress reliever. I mean, not a reliever, but here's a stress causer. So I started thinking about that. I said, Sam, right now, look, you're in a Jeep Renegade. Are you lubing up travel trailer steps to get into? No, I'm just lubing up myself, guys. And that's all I do. And that's why I'm pretty happy most of the time. So I said, Sam, are you willing to do that? I said, well, let's keep looking. Let's keep looking. So that was one. Okay. And then, of course, he was showing me the gray tank, the blue tank, the hoses. He got all new hoses, all new components. So I really wouldn't have to do much there. But he said, look, once in a while, you have to flush the gray tank. You have to flush the black tank. You have to clean it out. It requires some maintenance. So right there is like another stressor. But I said to myself, the way to navigate around that is I said, I won't use the gray tank. I won't use the black tank. I'll just still pee in a jug. And I'll just put a plastic bag in a toilet. And I'll still use Well, the community actually has a community shower. It's like a campground, and I'd probably still use Planet Fitness. But I'm saying to myself, are these little stresses gonna play a part on my mind? I don't know. I kept looking, and then I looked. It had a nice kitchenette. It had a separate sleeping area. It was nice, but it had a slide too. It had a slide. So he said he had just replaced the tracks on the slide. So it's like another maintenance component, another thing that can stress you out. And then so, there was like a bunch of little things like that, but overall, nice unit. It's a contender. But then I actually went back. He had another house in the community. I went back. I talked to him and his wife. We were talking. We had a great conversation, great people. And they started telling me their plans. They said, well, if we sell both properties, what we're going to do is we're going to buy a motorhome, travel a little bit, and have a home base in Tennessee. And I think they have a daughter in California or something. And I said to myself, this is interesting, right? They basically are looking to live the life that I'm living. Not out of a car, but out of an RV. My car is my RV, basically. So I said, here I am. I'm going to buying something that they no longer want because it's a stress in their life. Obviously, you don't sell something if it's not a stress. And they want to do what I'm doing. Now, here's the key, though. They do have a home base, right? They're going to have a home base just in a different state. I don't think they embrace the Florida heat. And that's why we're tell you guys, look, is Florida ever going to get overcrowded? No. You guys don't understand. Most people aren't like me, man. Most people don't want to sweat all year round. Most people want to be eating greasy soup, man. Talking about all 4 seasons and all that stuff. That's why Florida's never going to be overcrowded, guys. Never. Come on. And so, but I was making mental notes about, I was like, Sam, you're getting ready to trade your life for their life, and they're getting ready to trade their life for your life at a certain way. But again, they have a home base, and again, they're going to buy an RV, so they're going to have a lot of stuff to take care of. But either way, like when I was walking through the community, and then we were walking through the community, and then like he pointed out some lady that like cut in front of us with a golf cart, and she goes, she's a pain in the ass. So I said to myself, here I go. I'm going to get into a relationship with everyone in the HOA. I'm going to keep my head down and walk around the community, but you can't help it. I know, because I owned a house for 15 years in a HOA. And eventually it becomes a little bit of a stress just trying to dodge people. Like you don't want to get into conversations with people. You want to kind of be left alone. And when you walk by someone, it's like, they're trying to be courteous. Sometimes they say hello. So I think about that, Why do I think about that? I think about that because I spent a lot of time re-engineering my life. And that's the right word, engineering. You have to make a conscious decision in life as an adult. You own your life, guys, okay? Not your parents, not society. You have to own your life. Your parents may have raised you wrong. Society may have lied to you. But guess what? Get off your ass. And you got to redesign your own life. You got to become an engineer, guys. Okay? Even if you're working at Walmart, you know what you are now? You're a life engineer. What are you designing? You're designing your life. Okay? So you have to design your life around things that bring you less stress, not more. And you have to know your personality and know what you like. Now, some people living on the road, it would cause them more stress to live on the road and to adapt than it would to go back to a home base every night. So that's why I say, too, like, just because this life brings me less stress doesn't mean it will be like that for you. But you have to use what you have, whether it's belongings or whether it's your body. And definitely your body has to have a demand put on it every day. It has to walk. It has to work out. It has to function. Okay. And with stuff, if you're not using stuff, you have to get rid of stuff. Why? Because when it's just laying around, it's hurting your mind. Okay. It's causing stress. The food you eat, there's no way around it, guys. You can try to backpedal on a healthy lifestyle, but it's going to catch up to you. Not just physically, mentally. Because when you don't feel good about yourself physically, you don't feel good about yourself mentally. You might as well just put a dookie emoji, tattoo a dookie emoji on your forehead, okay? When you're eating Chick-fil-A every night, okay? When you're eating Chick-fil-A and greasy soup every night, you might as well go ahead and get a Mike Tyson face tat of a dookie emoji, okay? Because that's how you feel in your mind. And I don't want to feel that way in my mind. Even though for many years that I overate, I felt fine. But I kind of felt fine because I said, Sam, once I get to 30, I'm going to hit the switch. Now, when I hit the switch too hard, and that's how I got nerve damage. I started working out like a madman. You got to eat right. Nutrition is 80% of the battle. How do you know nutrition? You got to look at the food label. You got to look at the sugar, sodium, and calorie intake. Okay, we're talking about how do you create less stress. You got to eat healthy. You got to work out. You got to get rid of stuff. Okay. And of course, you got to watch your relationships. I was analyzing the relationship between this guy and this girl. Married couple. You know, the hardest part about being in a relationship, I always say it is when you're high, they're low. When they're low, you're high. There's a scripture that says no one can fully understand your joy and no one can fully understand your pain. You are in some sense alone. Okay. And then like he was telling me, the guy was telling me, he says, Sam, there's a couple single girls in here. So eventually, you know, I said, whoa, I said, you already got me like, you know what I mean, hooking up with the MILFs in the community. And I've been down that road. And let me tell you something, never hook up with a MILF in your community because it's going to end in a disaster. And it has. It has. But be very careful, guys. I remember there was one older MILF in the community I live with. She was doing like that multi-level marketing where they sell you like essential oils, and whether they say essential oils, whether they say candles, or whether they say like nutritional, like little green tea packets that's supposed to get you skinny. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as like a green drink or a red drink that's going to make you skinny. What's going to make you skinny is stop eating out. Okay? That's what's going to make you skinny. But either way, she was selling something, and she was trying to push it on me. The multi-level marketing is they sell overpriced products, and they try to recruit other people into their pyramid scheme. Look, I'm over here stripping on YouTube. But what I could tell you is this, guys. Okay, she tried to like, you know, push this package on me. It's like introductory package. I kept telling her like, look, I'm good. I don't want that package. And she wanted my package, I think. So she was like, "Oh, just take it." I was like, "I'm going to take it." I said, "But may not use it." She was like, that's fine. And so like, you know, weeks went by and like I didn't contact her. Oh, yeah, another insecure guy with a loud car. Let me tell you something, guys. If you're over 25 and you have some loud ass engine roaring on the streets, you basically might as well tattoo do another face tat. This time of an insecure man, okay, with low self-esteem, okay? And who are you going to pick up? An insecure girl with low self-esteem, and she's probably a multi-level marketer, okay? So you can have your loud car revving down the street, okay? All you are is a little man child, okay? And I'm not impressed, guys. All right, let's stay positive. So what I could tell you is, I need a lot of space. I don't need a lot of things. And I sure as hell don't need a multi-level marketer to sell me something. Because once you stop paying them attention, then they want their free stuff back. I don't even want your free stuff, guys. I don't know how we got all into this whole scenario, guys. I'm just freestyling these things. I got nothing written down. But what I could tell you in my mind is I dropped some gems. How do you pick up a gem? You got to dig through the dookie, okay? When they dug for gold, like if you ever know about gold mining, you don't like just go into a mine and there's a piece of gold sitting on the side of the wall. You have to dig through dirt, and then you have to get gold, and then you have to filter it through water. You got to use like the Starbucks magical filtered water to get that gold, guys. I'm giving you gems in between the dookie tattoo face thing. And a lot of you guys aren't seeking. A lot of you guys are over there sitting there eating a bag of potato chips, okay? And your life's a disaster. Why is your life a disaster? You got too much stress. The only time you're relieved of stress is when I come on here and I talk about dookie or masturbating. You get very excited. You say, oh shit, maybe I could live that lifestyle. And then you get in your van and then it doesn't work out and then you blame me because you're stressed. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's grow up a little bit. All right, let's go to all live comments. I think I gave you enough gems. You guys got to dig through a lot of dookie to get to them. Patricia, good to see you. Patricia, where are you at? I'm in Florida. I'm never leaving Florida. You can ask me that question like 20 years from now. Guess what the answer is going to be? Florida. I repositioned my whole life to live in Florida. Why? Because I want to sweat, guys. I want to be lubed up. Good job. XB Jeffy, that's my guy. Hell, dude. How you know? Hey, come on, brother. I can read people, man. That's why the MILFs think I'm their therapist, but I'm not their therapist. Who am I? Look, I'm a guy just watching free porn trying to live my best life. Let's read what you got to say. Rob Dyrdek is one of my inspirations. I could tell. Right after you, my dude. Well, don't put me on a pedestal, and I appreciate the love, but 10 months from now, we may not even like each other. You may move to California. You may get an apartment. You may say, you know what? I'm not feeling this guy. And even if you do, you know what I say? I say, I love you, brother. I don't care what you do. Just stay positive. Stay away from the weed, because I saw your video about that. That weed basically destroyed your life. You were hanging around with a bunch of other weed heads. You were sharing a room, and it was basically like you being locked up, okay? And that's what being locked up is like, being about a bunch of uninspired people smoking weed. And what I can tell you, man, put the weed down. I don't care if it's legal in Oregon. Put it down. Reposition your life. Re-engineer your life. Guess what? You work in retail, okay? What do you do now? You're a life engineer, okay? You got to engineer your own life, guys. And what I could tell you is it all starts with putting away toxins, putting away fake friends. Minimalism means also cutting out people. And so you don't need a lot of friends. We were talking about that too when I was looking at the home base with this guy. we were talking about like, he was like, yeah, you can meet a lot of friends here. I said, I really don't want, I like to be by myself. I don't like a lot of friends. He goes, well, that's wisdom. He goes, you could probably count on one hand the amount of good friends that you'll meet in your lifetime. I say, amen. Amen. So less relationships, guys, not more. Now you need some relationships, but look, maybe you could supplement that with some virtual relationships. But let's continue to read. Jacqueline, hey Sam, thumbs up, wave emoji, yeah, Atlantic Ocean in the house, good job. And then smiling, good job. Xavier, what's up, man? What was that guy that played for the Knicks? Xavier, what was his last name? Remember the X-Men? When they had Anthony Mason and all of them, and Charles Oakley? That was when the Knicks were on top, man. Hey Sam. But even though Jordan still handed it to him every year. I think you should listen to Save Me Part 2 by Ski Mask. I got no idea who that is, brother. Is that a musical thing, or is that you promoting another channel? I got no idea what that is, man. Love to you. I'm tough. I assume a lot of people, excuse me a second. He goes, Journey with Jordan. Damn it, I missed the damn super chat. I'm sorry about that. Journey with Jordan. Magical Starbucks Triple X filtered water. Well, damn it, you know what it is. Water hydration break. Thank you, brother. Love and respect to Tennessee. The people I'm looking about is home base. They got a home already built in Tennessee on a lake. So what I could tell you, Journey with Jordan, is, hey man, I may buy a home base from your neighbors, and I'm not mad at that. Thank you, Journey with Jordan. I appreciate that, and thank you, Snow Panther, for the love, for the tip, and let's take a hydration break to it. Also, look, if you guys are entertained, if you like these videos, if they give you some knowledge, take the effort. Click that thumbs up button. All right? I know your mouse is all crusty with food and semen, but look, guys, come on. Click the thumbs up. How lazy are you? Share the video. I mean, yeah, show a little love. Good job. And then he goes, I'm tough. I assume a lot of people end up on the street because they can't take the stress of a 1-hour traffic jam commute, nasty boss at work, etc. That's true, but never quit your job until you have another one. Why? Because if you think your job is stressful, wait till you have no money coming in. I went down that road. I think my very first job, I quit without another job. Now, thankfully, at that time, I didn't have a lot of bills. I was just young. I was still living at home. But what I could tell you is I learned that lesson. And what I remember every time I'm tempted to give up in life, if you think you're stressed now by your job, wait till you're sitting at home with no check coming in, but you're always going to have bills. You always got to have a cell phone. You always got to have health insurance. You always got to have gas, food. You always got to have bills, okay? So sometimes in life, you have to do what you don't want to do. When do you feel stressed? When do you feel stressed? When you don't do what you have to do. What do you have to do? Every day you have to do self-care. You have to wake up somewhat early. You have to work out. Just let's stop there, okay? Because most people will not wake up early enough. They'll not work out. They're not eating healthy. And those things, you may not want to do them. I don't want to, every day, kind of like, I got to fight a little bit. But every time I'm done doing them, I feel better. Every time you're done taking a shower, you feel better. Every time you're done doing laundry, you feel better. There's some things in life, guys, that are not going to make you just feel magical. You only feel magical after them, okay? That's the reward. So do you want me to explain it? Look, I didn't create the world, okay? So some of you guys, you want me to give you every answer in the world. Come on, guys, come on. What I can tell you is, look, this is the answer. The answer is, look, sometimes you got to do some stuff you don't want to do, okay? And that includes working jobs sometimes that suck. Until you can find another job, until you can downsize your life, and until you can become a stripper on YouTube, hey, look, make it happen, all right, guys? Let's stay positive. Good job. Mini Van Murph. What's up? I like that name, man. That's a cool name. Hey, Sam. Hope you're well. Your name made me smile, so thank you. Thank you for all the information you give. Well, thank you, brother. Blessings to you. That was a great comment, man. A great name. Shout out to Mini Van Murph, man. Apathy's in the house. Washington. Hey, Sammy, preach it. Thank you. Smiley emoji. And then that's a girl she's pointing at from Massachusetts. Well, love to you, Apathy. Love to you, everyone, man. Thank you so much. Xavier, I started really focusing on minimalism. Everything I own fits into one crate. Good job. And when I want to live in a van, my peers, not even my friends, think I'm crazy. That's all right. You don't need friends. Downsize them too. Whoever thinks you're crazy, downsize them. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with that. I've been trying to humble myself. Well, humble yourself, but also cut people off. You're not above anyone, but you're certainly not beneath anyone either. When you humble yourself, that don't mean you put people above you. It just means you don't put yourself above anyone else. You have every right to cut people off. You're a grown man, or a grown woman, or a grown robot. But either way, no matter what you are, man, woman, or robot, no one has a right to put baby in the corner. So, I don't know who they are thinking they could put baby in the corner. Look, man, if you want to do you, okay? Don't wait for someone else to engineer your life, man. Don't wait for someone else to engineer your life. You got to engineer your own life. So what I can tell you, brother, stay positive. Good job. Gilbert, that's my guy from Queens. Love and respect to Q-Borough. Hey, Sammy, how's it going? Overall, pretty positive. I looked at a home base today, and I really like it. I like the people who are selling it. But I have to ask myself, I have to do some thinking. I have to do some thinking. Will this home base bring more stress or less stress? I don't know. Initially, I'm thinking more because I'm going to feel a little bit boxed in. I'm going to feel committed. I'm going to get some comfort, but I'm going to have neighbors again. I'm going to have some maintenance again. I'm going to have some cleaning again on a low scale, though, on a low scale. It is in a nice area, nice community. I know the area well. And, reasonably priced for the area. So I'm giving you a thought. Good to see you, man. Xavier. Even my only wearing black scrubs like nurses in hospitals. I don't understand that part. Journey with Jordan. He's laughing. Thank you again for the super chat, brother. Thank you to you and Snow Panther. I appreciate that. He's laughing. Good. It's good to laugh. Just got here for my shout out. I appreciate that, man. Great time. Oh yeah, you saw I was representing for Tennessee. Yeah, the people. Hope you had a great Monday. I did. Overall, I did, brother. And thank you for asking. I love you, man. I know a lot of uninspired people. You could close your eyes and point, and you could probably find uninspired people. And then he goes, always complaining about Mondays. Yeah, look, hey, I understand it. I've been down that road. I've worked jobs I've hated. I've had a life stuck in a state. I felt uninspired, stuck in a house, stuck in a community. But guess what I had to do? I had to look at my life, and you have to see where you can re-engineer it. Because no one else is responsible for engineering your life. And you have every right to start to live a life that, people don't like. You have every right to have a YouTube channel that people don't like. You have every right to do whatever you want, as long as what you're doing is not hurting anyone. Why? Because look, guys, you become an adult. Part of becoming an adult is you have to become your engineer of your life. And you have to engineer around less stress. Okay. That's what I had to do. Look, I grew up on fast food. Okay. And I'm thankful I did. I think when you're young, you don't want to be a health freak. I think you want to enjoy life. I'm glad my mom spoiled me. But guess what I had to do, guys? I had to start researching nutrition. Okay. And not Oprah's diet plan, my diet plan. I had to cross-reference information on Google. Okay. How do you find information on nutrition? Just Google it. I mean, sometimes people ask me some basic questions. I said, they don't have the mindset to research basic information. I can understand some questions, but some questions are so basic. It's like, one is sometimes they don't even finish watching the video. It's like I gave the answer in the video. But they hear one thing, they all worked up and they leave a comment. I understand that. I've been like that. But what I can tell you is whether it's nutrition, whether it's financial information, same thing financially. Guys, look. You know what I did? I listened to some of Dave Ramsey, but then I researched him, I researched other people, and I developed a level of financial understanding. I've also understand life understanding that you can plan everything and you're still going to make mistakes. Even smart people fail. So even people that are well researched, you fail. We're human. Part of being human is you fail and you make dumb decisions even when you're smart. That's why, like I said in the beginning of the live feed, there's no such thing as a life with no stress. So you have to get rid of that idea. Then you kind of give yourself a break when you feel like your life's supposed to be perfect. And that's why I don't watch YouTube channels that they try to come across like life is perfect. Because what I think you do is you mislead people. I can't believe some people think I mislead them. I give you guys the real deal, man. But I think some people like to be lied to. Not me. I like positivity, but I also like people to be honest. Like, look, I'm struggling in life or this and that. Not too much of that. I don't like too much. Like, if you're always down in the dumps, then something's wrong. But what I'm trying to tell you is you have to kind of try to, as an adult, like, say, all right, well, maybe society lied to me too. Maybe a house isn't a sign of success. For me, maybe for most society it is, okay? But maybe for me it's not, okay? So, again, does society get to tell me what's the best? Does my parents, do my friends? No, I do. But I'm not taking the person on YouTube as gospel. I'm not taking my family as gospel. I'm taking ownership of my life. And when you own your life, that's how you have less stress. Because when you make a bad decision based on someone else's guidance, that's when you really get stressed, because you say, I'd rather have failed on my terms. Okay? So, like, if you let society oversell you on home ownership, and then you do it, your parents tell you, look, we'll give you the down payment money, get this house, and you take that money and you get it, which I've been down that road. It may be a blessing, but also may be stress. It may not be worth it. Same thing with YouTube. Like, you may listen to me and say, oh, I'll live like Sammy. But then you may get down this road and you may not like it. You may get stressed out. But like I say, you're an adult. And if you're not an adult, put you in the damn kiddie playground, okay? Where they have like the rubber flooring. So like in case you bump your head, like, you don't get hurt. All right, so you have to decide. Are you an adult or are you on the kiddie playground where we got to put you like on a bouncy ball? Okay. You got to answer that. Love and respect. Minivan Murph, damn it, that's a good name. You made me smile and laugh. Well, thank you. Stay positive and smile more. Well, damn it, I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, made me smile. Thank you, Minivan Murph. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you, Journey with Jordan, and thank you, Snow Panther. The tip is much appreciated, and love to you back. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, let's go back to the live comments, guys. Let's take a hydration break, then we go right to the live comments. Jacqueline, hey Sammy, I read that. Thank you. Xavier, hey Sam, I think you should listen to Save Me. Did I read that already? No, I read that. I read that. Ryan B, a shout out to Ryan B living full time as Prius. Haha. I love those earbuds. Yeah, these are Miami colors. These are flamingo colored earbuds. How much? $8 from Walmart. This is my surround sound system, guys. When I had a house, I had, I think, a $2,000 surround sound system. And it was a lot of stress to pick it out, to buy it, to set it up. I had to run all the wires. You try to conceal the wires. You got to run them all back to the big screen TV. And then when you hook them up, you say, oh, does this sound right? I got to adjust this. I got to adjust this. You know what my surround sound system is now? These $8 flamingo earbuds. This is what I watch when I watch my phone at night, when I watch some YouTube or whatever. This is what I listen to. This is my earphone. This is my earpiece. $8. I'm happier now. I have less stress now with $8 earbuds as a surround sound than I did with a $2,000 Sony surround sound. Why? Because look, if these, I bought like 5 of these. Why? Because these are hot colors, man. I'm down in Miami, man. Like, what's the color like Oregon or Idaho earbuds? Deep brown. If you go to Idaho, the land of the potato, what color earbuds do they sell at Walmart? Like Dookie Brown. So do I want that? Hell no. Guys, I moved to Florida just for the colors. The colors of Easter, where it's endless summer, guys. Come on, guys. Some people don't like that, though. The couple I met today, they want to move to Tennessee. Now, Tennessee's got some decent colors. The volunteers, they got like hot orange, but not flamingo. All right, let's stay positive. Thank you, Ryan B. Gilbert, good evening, everyone. Hope your day was positive. Gilbert, I like you spreading that positivity. Good job. Journey with Jordan says, Hobo uses Folgers coffee can Dookie emoji, allegedly. Well, hey, look, she's selling sex. I'm not mad at her. She's a YouTube stripper, okay? And she just did like a whole video about like selling clothes on some app, and she did a good job. Her best videos are when she just smiles and her asset is her looks. But let me tell you something, she also helped me. I watched one of her videos when I was first thinking about doing car living, and it encouraged me. So, look, again, even a crooked pastor can encourage you. Anyone can encourage you. And it's your job as an adult to say, look, Obie Alley didn't mislead me. She was just over there stripping. So if you fall in love with a stripper, is it the stripper's fault? Or is it your fault that, you're in a strip club thinking that like a stripper is going to become some type of domesticated wife? I mean, come on, guys. I already told you, like, if they got a leopard skin outfit, you're wilding a wild animal. And I'm not saying she's an animal, but I'm saying the mindset is she wants to roam free. Now, and again, if you marry a guy that has a loud ass engine driving down the street, making a lot of noise, or a loud motorcycle, or a Dodge Challenger with a handicap sticker, you're marrying a psychopath. Okay, and what's going to happen is, you're going to have a restraining order in all caps. Why? Because he only understands all caps. Okay, he doesn't understand anything else. Like, I use all caps once in a while, like even in his title, like less stress. I didn't put both. I put just one word in all caps. Why? Because I'm making an emphasis of the word. My whole life, though, I don't walk around all day like in all caps. Some people walk around in their mind, they're all caps. They're stressed out, man. And if you marry a guy like that, don't look at me, guys. Okay? Don't look at me, because the only answer is divorce, and he's not going to take it good. You're going to have to file a restraining order in all caps, okay? So, guys, you better start quick downsizing. And tough. He's laughing. HOAs, which stands for Home Owners Associations, are disasters. I tend to agree. But an HOA, what it does provide is more amenities for your buck. So let's say, this RV lot's $100,000. What you get now, the HOA is $200 a month. What you get is like a heated pool, a jacuzzi, tennis courts, basketball courts, boating dock, different things. Okay, so it gives you more amenities than if you just would have bought a $100,000 single family home. And you have no like lawn maintenance, common ground maintenance, no pool maintenance. So, it all financially it evens out, because if you were to buy a house and if you were to put a pool in it and if you were to put a golf course and a basketball course, you wouldn't have the money and your maintenance bill would be off the roof. So when all the people pool their money together, you're able to have more amenities and no maintenance. But the trade-off is you're in a shared environment. You're in a shared community. And I look at it, sometimes I have more privacy walking in a public park because most people are in their HOA. I'm in a public free park, but it's not mine. Now, is the house or the RV lot yours? Well, there's a piece of paper called a title that you own it, and there is some rights and some value and some equity that comes with that, but there's a lot of stress. A lot of stress owning a home, even if it's an RV lot, guys. So I have to think about it. Well, let's read. And then he goes, but I assume some are okay. That's a good balanced comment, and I would tend to agree. The one my family was a nightmare. Well, look, once you get, I don't know what there is in this community, 300, 500 lots. Look, if you put 10 people in a room, you're guaranteed that about 2 of them are going to be troublemakers or going to be oddballs. 2 of them are going to be on the board. They may be like the leaders, and the other 6 are just going to be in the middle. Like, they just don't want problems. So, that's just the way math breaks down. So, you put a bunch of people together, you always going to have a couple that are just wild. Let's continue to read. Psycho neighbor, yeah, he probably uses all caps. Went outside naked and slashed his tires. Well, that's a disaster. I wouldn't. Yeah, that's bad news. So I'd agree. I'd agree with that. Backwoods, what's up, man? Love and respect to Oregon. Now, do they have, what color earbuds do they have in Oregon, man? Backwoods, give me a color. They don't. Let's say this. They have caution yellow. Caution yellow. So in Idaho they got Dookie brown. In Miami they got flamingo magical colors here. And I want to say, like, in Oregon they have like caution yellow, like a caution sign. But I will say this: the Oregon Ducks, the football team, they used to have very nice football jerseys, magical colors. Colors matter to me, guys. I like the colors of Easter, and that's the colors of Florida. And he was glad to see the live likes always, man. I appreciate that. Take care out there, brother. Love to you. It's a disaster, yes. Let's stay positive. Beach emoji back to you, brother. Keep pushing forward on your dream. You're doing the right thing. Xavier, I don't think Hobo actually lives out of her car. She may not, but she still encouraged me, and she's just doing her hustle. I think she just says she does. That's possible. It's possible. It is possible. Look, I mean, a lot of nomads, even on YouTube, they have either home bases or they're using it as propaganda. Or they're odd. I mean, even me, like, so it's like, but that's, as an adult, you got to filter all that out. You got to come to your own conclusion. That's true, though. Gina, shout to Israel, man. Hey, Sammy. My friend invested all his money and all his mother's money on Tesla stocks. Well, they're at an all-time low right now. Well, at least a 3-year low, not an all-time low. But that's part of the game of stocks. I told him, wasn't smart. What do you think? There's no way to tell. It could triple in 3 years, or it could not. There's no way to tell. I don't make long-term calls on individual stocks. I mean, I have my own personal opinions, but I don't like to tell other people how to invest their money, because if it goes up, you're going to feel like an asshole for telling them to sell. And if it goes down, you're not always going to be right. So at a mature stage in my life, what I tell people is live below your means. And if you are going to risk money, whether it's in Tesla stock or whatever it is, a business, whatever, just risk what you're willing to lose and live below your means and risk with a smaller amount. And that's the best answer I can give. And I was once immature, and I used to tell people this, that, and give. But I think the best answer I can give anyone is secure an income, whether it's through a job or something else, have lower expenses, that's living below your means, have a year's worth of savings in your account before you invest in anything. Before you invest in anything, you should have a year's worth of expenses saved in a savings account. Then if you want to have a brokerage account and you want to do some risky investments, that's fine. People do it all the time. And that's part of life. You got to take some risk. But you have to have that as a small allocation of your overall net worth. And you have to have the mental capacity that you're saying you're willing to risk it all. And that's your personal decision. Look, I just watched a YouTube video about some guy that was like basically saying gambling is in a casino is stupid. And it is stupid. Look, I understand that. I will not co-sign gambling. But he spends money on useless knickknacks in Walmart. So everyone spends their money different, right? So some people don't do any risky investments, but they go to the Dollar Tree and they make it rain. Like, you guys think like sometimes a super chat makes it rain in here. You guys should see some poor people going in Dollar Tree. They're making it rain in there, guys. And so what I could tell you is, look, it doesn't matter if you're dead broke and you're in Dollar Tree making it rain, or if you inherited a bunch of money and you're making it rain on a Tesla stock buy. Everyone spends their money differently. God, I really learned that in life. I spend time with poor people, rich people, middle class people. And yes, some people tend to have more of a financial awareness than others. And some people are more business savvy than others. But at the end of the day, you don't really have to be that highly intelligent to understand the concept of you have to secure an income. And for most people, including me, all of my life, that includes working. And that's why I always wanted to have a job immediately. Why? Not because I wanted to work, but because I wanted my independence. Because you have to have income. So you got to have income, lower expenses, a year's worth of expensing in savings. And that took me a long time. Pay off your debt. And then after you get to that point, then you can play around with risky investments, whatever you want. Or you could just buy knickknacks at Walmart or Dollar Tree or Tesla stock. Or buy a camper. A camper is a huge risk. It's good depreciating asset, but you can use it and you may not want it. So I've learned over time that just everyone spends their money different. And so my general answer is just live below your means and do you. Whether you want to put everything on a roulette wheel or whatever. Do I recommend it? Look, you got to figure out your own life. You got to be your own life engineer. Who am I? I'm a guy down living in Florida with flamingo earbuds. And what I can tell you is I'm pretty happy. All right, let's take positive. I love you, Gina. Shout out to Israel. XB Jeffy. Sam, I know you want to get a home base. I'm thinking about it. But this lifestyle suits you so well. But I'm also thinking about that. Like I said, Sam, I'm in such a groove now because I'm 2.5 years into living full-time out of my car. And what I could tell you is now I got a routine. I know different campgrounds in Florida. I know the ins and outs. Anything can happen tonight or tomorrow. We have a bad day that makes you question everything. But now I'm in such a good flow. I got the remote job, and I say, man, do I really want to mess that up? I mean, that's what really is holding me back. Especially mentally, I'm so free. Like every night, even if I want to stay several nights at a campground or a hotel, and I don't really do hotels, I'd rather do campgrounds. Why? Because when people stay at hotels, guys, they masturbate in the sheets, and you're sleeping in their semen. I don't want that. So for me, I'd rather sleep in my car. And what I can tell you is, I just like the freedom. Even when I go to a campground, I like when I pay with my credit card and I know I'm not responsible for the electric, I'm not responsible for the water, I'm not responsible for cleaning, even the fire pit, I'm not responsible for cleaning it. And after I pay for my couple nights, I'm never going to see those neighbors again. I don't have to come back. That non-commitment is less stress. Even when I was very sick like 2 weeks ago and I went to a campground for 2 days to kind of like just get a home base, I actually remember in my mind, even amidst me throwing up, what I remember is me walking into the ranger station to pay for my camp stay and handing over my credit card. And there was something in my mind that clicked that says, Sam, you're not obligated to this place. You're paying for 2 nights or 3 nights or whatever it was, $60. And there's no commitment. And that made me almost smile, even in the midst of the sickness. And, if you're sick, even if you got no mortgage, you could have property taxes, you could have HOA, you could have utility bills, you could have sewer bills. Now, if it's below your means, it may relieve some people because there is a level of stability. But if there's a hurricane in Florida, guess what? You're going to be thinking about your home base, and I think about that. Now, there's an RV on it, so I can move that RV, but I would have to get a towing company because I don't have a rig to tow it, and so there's some negative. But let's continue to read. And then he goes, XP Jeffy says, Sam, I know you want to get a home base, but this lifestyle suits you so well. Thank you for noticing that. And your level of inspiration is unmatched, so that's pretty true. You do what you want to do. I appreciate you letting me do it. Thank you, brother. But I encourage you to keep living mobile. Well, XP Jeffrey, I appreciate that. And I appreciate the sharing of what you see and also the freedom to do me. And that's the type of people I like in my life. So thank you, brother. Journey with Joy. Ryan B, I know, right? I'm laughing. XP. By the way, Mike Tyson has a podcast called Hot Boxing with Mike. Yeah, I know. He was promoted it, I think, by falsely saying that he snuck WAC 100 last week. So yeah, I know. Look, when someone's trying to promote something, they put something controversial out there. Ryan B. I don't care where Hobo Alley lives. I just like watching her, because she's hot. But her van does look like a huge sore thumb. Yeah, look, guys, come on. But Bob Wells makes a lot of money. He's not hot, but he talks very slow. He's very kind and compassionate, and that's why all the older women like him. But I got to be honest with you, as much as I may say negative things about that, he has helped a lot of people, including me. And even if you think like he's an egomaniac, It doesn't matter. He's helped a lot of people, and so is Hobo Alley in their own way. Now, look, they're doing it for their own benefit too. If YouTube had no monetization, if you couldn't put like links for Amazon, would Hobo Alley and Bob Wells still do it? No, probably not. Would I do it? Probably not. Let's be honest. Does Bob Wells still masturbate in his van? Yeah. What do you think Bob Wells do? You think he's not human? You think Bob Wells, after a live feed, isn't going back to his van and masturbating? Of course he is. Come on, guys. What do you think he does? So I'm going to do a whole video about that tomorrow. Like, when you car dwell or you van dwell, where do you masturbate? Come on, guys. Like, a lot of you guys think, like, Bob Wells doesn't get horny. I don't know why you think that. Come on, guys. Let's wake up. Apathy. Yep. There's lots of man-child out there. Yeah, with loud engines. Total disaster. Good call. Yeah, I nailed it. They get pissed off if anyone calls them out. I know, that's why I avoid them. I avoid psychopaths. Psychopaths are usually the president of the HOA, and they walk around looking to violate people. And I walk around looking to avoid people. So big difference in my view. Yep. Let's continue to read. Journey with Joy, and thank you again for the triple hydration super chat. Let's take a hydration break. Thank you guys again for taking the effort to click the thumbs up button, share the video. Ice Thesis, Baltimore's in the house. What's up, Sam? Just got back from work. Good. Make sure you go for a walk, guys. When you start a new job, stress levels increase. Even if you're with the same company and you do a job transfer, stress levels increase. Why? Because you're putting a demand on your mind to learn something new, and it takes about 8 to 12 months to kind of get it, not mastered, but to get a real good feel for it and to get it under control. So anytime you start a new job, it's going to be 8 months of a lot of stress, okay? But then after that, you're going to grow, you're going to build your career, and that's how you eventually go further than you thought. Okay, so don't avoid the pain, because if you avoid the pain and you never start something new and you never advance your career and you never advance your life, guess what you're going to be doing? You're not going to be in a good position, guys. And some of life is you got to be a little bit uncomfortable at times. Now, look, you want to do it young, and you want to do it when you're younger. And look, you're never going to be as young as you are today. So even if you're 83 watching this, I don't know why you would, because you probably hate me because I always say if you're too old. But let's say you're 83 and you're watching this. Here's the good news, guys. You're never going to be younger than you are today. So even if you're 83, start now. Why? Because you get older every day. Okay, so let's continue to read. What's up, Sam? I just got back from work, and I love these videos, and you too. I appreciate that. The love is reciprocal. That's the type of relationships you want. Relationships that have equal ownership. Okay, you don't want a relationship where you're a dog dressed up in a sweater for Christmas. Okay, if you have to go around with your significant other and wear an ugly sweater on Christmas and tap dance for her relatives or his relatives, let's say you put on an ugly sweater because your girlfriend wants you to, and then your boyfriend drives his loud ass car to your in-laws, and you basically have to act like you like everyone, and then as soon as you leave there, you talk about who gained weight, who wore black, who you don't like. It's a disaster, guys. So less stress means staying single. Okay, it's even biblical. It's even biblical that you should really consider being single. Why? It's less stress. Okay. Now, I know when emotion takes over, I saw a couple of hot girls today, guys, and believe me, I thought about, man, imagine wifing them up, and then I thought about the reality. The reality is they're maintenance. And as soon as I hear maintenance, red flag. Okay. Even low maintenance. Even an RV lot with a 24-foot RV that's going to come on it, I got to do nothing. It's still maintenance. I got to oil the stairs. I got to clean out the black tank. There's things you got to do. You got to prep for a hurricane. You got to move it off. Nothing in life requires no maintenance. But you do have to think about which requires less maintenance. Have a great night. Have a great night, you too, brother. All caps love. Hey, I finally caught you live. Good to have you. Hello, everyone. Peace and love and abundance. Well, that's a positive comment. I've seen some of your other comments, and I appreciate the positivity. Thank you, love. XB Jeffy. Facts. Thanks, man. Thank you, brother. Stay positive. Keep doing you. You're young. You're doing it right. You're doing it now. You're owning your life. Stay away from the weed heads. You'll go very far. Don't judge them. Just stay away from them. Little fiery one. Gem today. Yeah. Engineer your own life. Yeah. I had to figure this out the hard way. I've been there too. There's nothing wrong in making mistakes. Even I used to like the song by Rihanna from the last album called Same Old Mistakes. I remember when she performed that live in Central Park. What was that? I think that was the All Citizens Festival. And what I could tell you is this. Sometimes we make the same old mistakes, but eventually we got to smack the shit out of ourselves, and we got to say, you know what? God, give me the grace to go forward. And then she goes, you got to engineer your own life. I had to figure this out the hard way. I hear you. By being stuck at my parents'. Working at Chick-fil-A, what a double disaster. College dropout, all right, well, that's okay. Dumped by my fiance. Well, little fiery one, what you have going in your favor is you have passion and you have a fire in your belly. And that fire, that energy, that's what it is, it's energy. As long as you focus that energy, you live simple, but you have enough energy to kick your own ass lovingly. And so you're going to be fine. Okay, so you keep that fire burning, take care of yourself, go for a walk every day. Even though you're a female, you may not have the same muscle mass. You shouldn't be working out like bench pressing unless you want to do that. There's women bodybuilders. But put a little bit of demand on your body. Try to eat overall healthy. Look, I know once in a while we want chocolate and cheese. Yesterday was my birthday, guys. I had a strawberry cone with chocolate chips on it. And I ate it. It was magical. Okay. But what I can tell you guys, look, it's been 9 years now. Okay. I lost 200 pounds. And I got down basically to anorexia. I had to balance it out. I wouldn't eat a strawberry cone when I was losing weight. You can't cheat on your diet when you're losing weight. You're too fragile. Couldn't be around that. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is, look, use your energy. Focus your energy. What's the difference between a laser and a light? Focus. Focus your life. How do you focus your life? Break things down in steps. Never have more than 3 steps. Why? Because after 3, you lose attention. Like even now, people are listening to me. They're doing other things. They're playing with their, self. They're doing other things. They're eating. Some people are cooking. Some people are eating ice cream right now. Listen, who's that guy in the background? What I can tell you is this. Break your life down 3 steps. What can you downsize? You have to work out every day. And how can you produce an income based around your passion? What do you enjoy doing? Do you enjoy stripping or do you enjoy upholstery? I don't know. You got to figure out your own life. You're your engineer. Good job, Brandon. Went to work today. Good job. That's self-care. With a pulled muscle in my back. Well, you showed up and I hope you were doing okay. Then pulled the slack by another employee that called out sick. How do you get ahead in your life? Show up. Now, look, if you're really, really hurting, obviously you can't show up. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm telling you right now, you will get ahead in your career by simply showing up. Because most people will X themselves out and you're going to move up by default. You will get a promotion by someone else dying, someone else getting a divorce, and someone else quitting, someone else having an argument with their coworker. So let's continue to read. And then he basically said, thanks for all the inspiration and motivation. Well, damn it, Brandon, good job. Take care of your back. And don't be scared to masturbate, guys, because you're not going to hurt your back by doing that. That's safe and that's healthy. Just don't get too wild. Ooh, Sam, you should get a minivan. No way, not yet. But I know a couple people that got one, and it's like a small RV as your home base. Not yet. I'm not ready for upgrade a vehicle. I don't want one. I'm still young, and I don't want more space. I wouldn't be inspired driving a minivan right now, but I'm not mad at them, especially as I get older. But thank you. Good to see you. Woohoo. Lauren, hey Lauren. Hey Sam, great to see you. It's good to see you too. Smile emoji to you. Little fiery one. I packed up everything I own and headed to Idaho. What were you thinking? It's been 4 years and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, you were thinking about you're your own engineer. See, if I would have engineered your life, would I have engineered it in Idaho? Hell no. So, that's what I mean. That's why you have to be your own engineer. Like my engineer degree took me right down to Florida. Okay. Your engineer degree took you to Idaho. But guess what, guys? That means more Florida for me. Does that make me happy? Yeah. I love Florida, guys. All right, let's stay positive. Jenny, you're a grown robot. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a robot either. I'm not mad at robots. Little fiery one. Can't say enough how awesome your channel is. Well, thank you. A compliment will take you far, and I appreciate that. And how inspirational you are all the way. Thank you. Here in the tundra. Well, fire emoji back to you. Love to you. Thank you. Thank you again, Minivan Murph. Recognize you, XB Jeffy. And Snow Panther, and thank you, Little Fiery One, for the blessing of a positive comment. I appreciate that. Lauren, you're committing to a lot? No, I looked at a lot today, and I'm just sharing with you the story. Guys, I share with you guys all the stories. And I like to keep all my options open, but I asked myself in my mind, will that bring less stress or more? And it tended to lean towards more stress. I am looking at it because for the location, it's reasonably priced. It comes with the travel trailer on it. I don't have to buy anything. But I would have to move the travel trailer if a hurricane comes. There is some maintenance involved, but it's great condition. There's no mold. It's all a beautiful condition. And, my mom would have some place to stay if she ever comes, but I can't buy it for my mom. I have to buy it for myself because she may not ever come. So I'm just thinking about it. Renting would still be cheaper. I would be lying to you guys if I was saying renting a place would still be cheaper, whether renting a campground or renting an actual apartment or renting a house. Really the only time buying pays off if you're going to stay in one area for a long period of time and then you don't over renovate it, then it may pay off. And then she goes, maybe try a 7-month apartment. I don't want an apartment. I love Boca Raton. I know you moved out of Boca Raton. That meant more Florida for me, and I thank you for that. But I don't want to live in an apartment. I don't want to live in a house. I only, that's why I'm only looking at RV lots. Why? Because I wanna live on an RV lot with an RV that has wheels that once it gets too dirty or too old, I just throw it away and I roll another one in it. A hurricane comes, I get that RV towed off the lot and get it the hell out of there. I don't want something fixed. I like the idea of RV lot. It's the lowest maintenance possible in this lifestyle. Living in Florida, where a lot of hurricanes, even though in one sense I understand like apartments and houses, they're built very hurricane ready. But I like the idea if a hurricane comes, I got a $10,000 travel trailer on there. I get it towed to a storage unit, and no damage happens. But even if it totally blew away, all I do is I go down to the RV dealership. I get another $10,000 RV. I like the idea of I like disposable. So I don't like, I like disposable contacts and disposable RVs. Good job. I love you though, and thank you for all the positive comments. I love anyone that's from Boca Raton, especially if they moved out and they left more Florida for me. Lauren, where do you live now? I forgot. Brandon, hey Sam. I got a job delivering pizza. There you go. I did that for a season of my life. And the tips are way better than DoorDash. Yeah, it's possible, but you're eventually going to be taken over by DoorDash, but everything's going to get taken over. So make the money while you can, and I'm not mad at you, which I'm doing on the side right now. I've been there. I've done that. So what I can tell you is, yeah, keep doing you. There's nothing wrong with that. Try not to eat too much pizza, though, because I did that, too. When I worked at the pizzeria, I used to eat a lot of pizza because sometimes they give you free pizza if you're working. Michael, what's up, Sam? What's up, brother? Glad you had a great birthday. Thank you, brother. Enjoy listening to your rants. Thank you, man. About real life. Thank you. While studying for university, well, brother, let me tell you something. Don't go for a master's degree until you worked one job. Don't take out too much debt and don't borrow too much money from your parents. And when you move out, don't overcommit to a house. Live below your means and work. And it's good, though, you're getting some education. You need education. But don't over-educate yourself and don't avoid going to the workforce, because the longer you stay out of the workforce or the longer you avoid starting to work, you're going to get a phobia, fear. I think of the movie Cocktail, which you're probably too young to remember, but the movie Cocktail was a movie with Tom Cruise in it. This was pre-Scientology. It was Tom Cruise in the early 90s. And he was a young guy trying to find his way in life. So his plan was to go to Manhattan and he got out of, I think, the army, to go to Manhattan to build his life and his career. And he was part-time working at someone's bar and at night, and during the day he would go to college. And he was in business class, and he had gotten to an argument with the business professor. And after several months of him working in a bar and knowing the owner and they were trying to formulate their own plan to open up another bar and for them to own it, he was going back and forth with the business professor, and the business professor was nasty. And Tom Cruise had said to the professor, look, you're over here hiding from real life. You're in college. You're being a professor. Now it's a job, but there's a whole nother world outside of the classroom. Okay, and many people hide in the classroom. Now you need education. I got after high school education. I have credits for electrical engineering. I got a 5-year apprenticeship program degree. I studied 3 extra years for electrical license. And all those things. I do have some engineering credits. So what I could tell you with this, I also worked during that time. And I also have never stopped working since the age of 17. I've been laid off at times. I've had low points in my career, high points. But for me, there never really had to be a big incentive to work. Why? Not that I wanted to work, but I always wanted my independence. Okay. And I always knew the earlier I could build my career, the more independence I could have. Now, here's where I made the mistake. I got out of the schooling, even when I was in schooling, I worked. That's how apprenticeship works. But I had started to build my career, and then I also started to build my expenses. I started to buy a house. I started to buy a nice car, clothes. And buy a house, you're going to buy furniture. You're going to do renovations. And then after 10 years into that, I said, damn, here's another guy with a loud motorcycle. Yeah, if you got a loud motorcycle, you're not cool, guys. You're not. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's a Ninja or Harley Davidson. What you basically are is you're an a-hole, okay? And you probably drink alcohol, and you got a leather jacket with some type of club name on it, and you probably hate me for saying that, but I hate loud noises like that. There's no reason to make it. But when I was young, I played my music very loud in my car, so I was just as much as a jerk. So there's a time for everything. Back to the subject. So subject is I was building my career, but I was also building my expenses. And then I kind of woke up, and then it took me, once I woke up, and I started to engineer my life. See, I got seduced into the life that society engineers. Society engineers a life that's full of stress. Okay, why? Because first they put a lot of stress on you that as soon as you get out of high school, now you're an adult, now you have to go to college. Okay, why? Because you're dumb if you don't go to college. Okay, so first thing I do is take out debt. And you need some schooling, you need to be educated, but let me just tell you. So then you take out debt, then you go to college, or your parents pay for schooling and now they own you. Now your parents own you, because guess what? You get out of college and you decide you don't want to do what you went to college for. What do you think your parents are going to do? They're going to throw it in your face that they just paid for your college and now you want to be a stripper. Okay, Michael, you just got an engineering degree in mechanics. Now you graduated. Guess what you want to do? You want to be a stripper and live out of your van. You think your parents are going to like that? Good luck with that, bro. So what I could tell you is, to get independence means that you don't borrow money from people. I made the mistake. Try not to borrow money from people, including your parents. And when you live simple, you shouldn't have to. And when you're young and you have no kids and you have no mortgage, why should you take on heavy debt? You shouldn't. The only reason you take out debt when you're young is because you're trying to impress the opposite sex and you're trying to impress society. And let me tell you something, what you learn when you get older, when you're all stressed out, society don't care about you. Like right now, guys, I know you guys love me. If I get hit by a bus, there'll be some comments left on my old videos like, Sam was so great. But after a year from now, hey, you guys will move on with your life, guys, okay? Even after two weeks, who is that guy? Why? Because look, life goes on with or without you. So don't make it like this big deal that you got to stress yourself out to make other people impressed with your life. Guys, I'm wearing no underwear. Why? I don't care what you think, okay? And what I could tell you is that mindset helps you engineer your life, okay? You got to build your career. You got to get education. You got to experience things, but you also have to learn that a life with less stress means that you are no longer driven by what other people think of you. Because when you worry too much what other people think of you, you become a slave to their expectations, okay? And I'm always cautious using that word slave because obviously there's a difference between being a slave to someone's expectations and an actual slave, which is a very dark part about human history. But it's a strong parable to make the point that there is such a bondage to living for the expectations of others that it can totally restrict your life and totally stress your life out. So break free of that as early as possible and you'll be okay. Let's take a hydration break, then read more live comments. Jalen, greetings from Bakersfield, California. Well, love to California. Hot? I like it hot in the canopy. Well, brother, I always say if Florida goes into the ocean tomorrow, what's my next state? Probably California. Why? Because it's got the best climate. Where should you live? Wherever the climate suits your personality. Would I want to move to Tennessee? No. Why? Not because I don't love Journey with Jordan, but I need it hot all year round. Would I move to California? No. 70 degrees is not hot enough. Guys, I need it 95 and sweat glistening all over my body, okay? Why? Because that's the type of guy I am, all right? I want to be in Boca Raton while Lauren's over there in Tennessee or wherever she is. Let's see where Lauren lives. Good to see you, Jalen. Eddie Van Murph, thank you again for the super chat, brother. I appreciate that. Love the name. Minnie Van Murph, Journey with Jordan, and Snow Panther. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate, guys, all the comments. I also appreciate you guys clicking the thumbs up. Thank you all. Michael, let's stay positive. There you go. Marin, a lot of palm trees, magical. She's from Southwest Florida, so she knows about palm trees. Magical ocean, she knows about that. Why? Because Florida's surrounded by ocean. Is Tennessee surrounded by ocean? No, it has some lakes. California's not surrounded either. It's only got on one side of the coast in California is the ocean. In Florida, on all three sides are ocean, guys. Okay, so and that's why I don't go up to the Panhandle. Why? In the Panhandle, up in North Florida, ain't no ocean up there. Okay, in the middle. Now, I love you guys. There's a lot of big chicks from Gainesville that watch me, and what I can tell you is, I love you if you live in Gainesville. But guys, I'm meant to be in Boca Raton, not Gainesville. Come on, guys, let's stay positive. Nancy goes, just nice to be here. Well, it's good to have you here. Hand wave emoji back to you. Taking hydration breaks. Well, good job, Marin. Marin's posting some things about her cancer recovery, about making healthy ice cream, about making smoothies, and her latest video last night was about what vitamin supplements she takes or she took during her cancer recovery period. Now, what I could tell you with supplements, because I don't want to pander, is supplements are not regulated by the FDA. And the supplements are concentrated pills or shakes to give you the nutrition that can be found in whole foods, fruits and vegetables. But many people can't stomach to eat real whole foods, fruits and vegetables. Some people do have exceptions with their body where they need the concentrated, non-regulated FDA supplements. But I'm not mad at supplements, but just remember they're not regulated by the FDA. They're concentrated forms of nutrition that can be found in regular fruits and vegetables. You're better off getting them naturally, and they can make your liver work harder depending on how concentrated they are, because your liver works as basically a filter. Like Starbucks water is triple filtered, your liver is basically like a filter for your body. So when you're drinking large amounts of alcohol and you have a motorcycle that makes a lot of noise, guess what you're doing? You're killing your liver, and you're killing me by driving around loud with loud noise. So what I could tell you guys is, let's stay positive. Jalen, I feel like I'm in Florida back here trying to fix a keto salad. Oh, man. You had me all excited when you said the word Florida, and then I got all upset when I saw the word keto. Why? Because I think the keto diet is basically a complete scam. But keto diet is basically like you eat fatty foods and you get skinny. Have I seen that work on anyone? No. Okay. Have I seen videos of fat people talking about getting skinny on this keto diet? Yes. Have I seen sustained weight loss on the keto diet? No. Am I mad at someone who's on the keto diet? No, I love everyone. But what I can tell you is, I love you. Plant-based diet will get you further than anything else, and you got to go for a walk every day. Good job, Lauren. Are you a Miami Dolphins fan? No, I really don't watch sports anymore. And I was a Jets fan, so like Miami Dolphins was our arch enemy, but I don't watch any sports anymore. And I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. Why? Because I like the colors. That's the only reason why. But I don't watch any sports anymore. Why? Because I don't have a TV and I'm just not into it. I grew up with Dan Marino. He was our biggest competitor, but I loved him and I respected him. I loved the jersey. Being king, number 8. Well, I'm not mad at that. I'm in Florida now, so I gotta like the Dolphins. I'm not mad at that. Jets are downhill. Vicky, Minnesota, Florida. How many more days? Yeah, 395 days before she gets out of the godforsaken Minnesota and she comes to the magical Florida. And she goes, I'm looking forward to endless summer. Well, let me tell you something. You're going to find it. And what you're going to find is no one's here in the summer. Why? Because everyone goes back up north. They go to Minnesota. And what I could tell you is I wouldn't go to Minnesota even in the summer. Why? Because I like it hot. And what I could tell you is there's less stress when I'm sweating. When I'm not sweating and I have to watch other people in Florida, I was stressed out. I was watching YouTube videos of other people in Florida when I was in New Jersey and I was getting stressed out. I moved to Florida at the height of the summer and I loved it and I never looked back. Good job. Snow Panther. Minnesota is a disaster. Well, Snow Panther. I skipped Lauren. Snow Panther, all I could tell you, brother, is 100% agree emoji to you, and you nailed it. Back to Lauren. Hot tub amenity. Yep. Remember that show Blind Date? Oh. And people would end up in the hot tub at the end of the date went well. Yeah, look, a hot tub is nothing but a semen. It's nothing but like a boiling pot of semen, basically. But what I could tell you is, look, guys. Yeah, I don't know if that's attraction or retraction. I'm not sure. But I agree with you. It's a disaster. Journey with Jordan. HOAs can also help protect the value of your investment. That's true by keeping uniformity and appearances up with the neighborhood. I agree. By not letting your neighbor let their daughter camp in the front yard and make videos about van life. Yeah, Hobo Alley. But look, if Hobo Alley's hot, she's going to make your property value go up. So don't judge her. Don't judge me for stripping. All right, let's be positive. Marin. What's that emoji? Is that oh, that's ear emoji. Ear, she's listening. I had surround sound and never liked it either. Yeah, it was a waste of money, but I did it. I got caught in that consumerism trap. I was stressed out. I was stressed out with surround sound. Like I just paid all this money and I don't think it sounds right. Okay. I'm less stressed now, less stressed with less things, and these $8 earbuds, flamingo color, Miami style, down in Florida, broadcasting live to you. And I think you guys can hear me good. Can you guys hear me good? Less hassle, disaster for me. I agree. Beach emoji, I love that emoji. Palm tree emoji, I love that emoji. And then heart emoji. Keep it simple. Well, damn it, Marin, good comment. Guys, when you're totally lost in life and you don't know what decision to make, here's what I want you to remember. Make the decision that keeps your life or makes your life more simple. Because the more simple your life, the less stress. The less stress, the more smiley emoji. Good job. Little fiery one. Oregon has green colors, lots of trees. Well, I'm not mad at that. I see nomads out there in Oregon. Now, what I could tell you guys, look, if you want a full-time RV, I looked at that. Like, I said to myself, look, if I don't buy this RV lot, and let's just say one day I had an RV, or I just buy a van, or I just keep doing what I'm doing now, it's Kent Tamping out of Renegade, which I like. You can buy like 1,000, and you want electrical hookups, you can buy 1,000 trails RV membership, and you can stay at campgrounds with hookups as long as you're willing to move every 14 days for like $800 a year. $800 a year, and you can go to an RV lot in a campground. You have to move every 2 weeks, but you got full hookups for $800 a year. Guys, you can't beat that, man, if you're willing to move. So I said, Sam, if I buy this RV lot, it's definitely not the cheapest way. I can't justify it that way. There's no doubt about it. It's a little bit of a luxury, Gina. People are always in a hurry and stressed. Well, I agree because they're in a rat race. Just start living slow and enjoy the moment. Good comment. I like to drive slow. I agree with that. I pull over for people when they're driving like a psychomaniac with a loud motor behind me, okay? And people are always getting mad because they're in a rush. Well, yeah, look, they hate life. So what can they do? They got to make their car make a lot of noise. Why? Because that's the only thing that makes them happy. I understand that, Maren. I don't live in a car either. I come here anyway. Well, I appreciate that. We all want to do us. There you go. Good job. Acceptance is here. You're a very nice woman. Changing is welcome. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, well, Maren, you got a positive attitude and you sticked around longer than I thought you would. I give you a lot of credit. But like I say, I always want you to protect your mental health, guys, even at the expense of my own channel growing. If I'm ever not good for your mental health, I want you to do you. But I appreciate if you hang in there and you stay positive with me. Thank you, Maren. Vicky, I'm proud of you. Good job being an encourager. Gina. He doesn't have money left in his bank account. He invested every penny in these stocks. Well, that's his decision, though, guys. And we can't judge people. And if we don't like someone, it's our job as an adult to get away from them. Like I always say, too, like even now as a YouTube creator, would I make a conscious effort when I'm watching a video and I don't like it? I say, Sam, I have to be an adult. If I don't like this video, I got to stop watching it. Okay. I know some people, they watch channels just because like the guy's a train wreck. And they even put in the comment section, like, I can't believe I'm still watching you, but you're a train wreck and I can't stop. Look, guys, that to me doesn't show like the channel's bad. It shows you have bad character. Because as an adult, if you can't stop watching a YouTube channel, you think you're going to be able to stop eating unhealthy? You think you're going to be able to get away from your abusive spouse? You think you're going to stop being a codependent person? No. Guys, you got to walk away from what doesn't help you become a less stressed person. Good job. Journey with Jordan. So, Gina, how do you stop being stressed out about your friend who's investing what you feel foolishly? Just cut them off. Change your number. Guess what? Problem solved. You're less stressed. Now you got more time to masturbate. I'm not mad at that. Journey with Jordan. Investing all your money in one stock is usually stupid unless it's Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, but you never know. People said that about GE. GE, basically, their stock's under $10 now, I think. So, hey, look, you never know, guys. Which essentially works as a mutual fund put together by Warren Buffett. To some extent, yes. But hey, look, guys, that's all personal preference. Look, you can invest all your money in stocks, or you can buy knickknacks from the Dollar Tree. I've seen it all. Bottom line is, live below your means, put a year's worth of expenses in a savings account. That'll keep you busy most of your life. And then when you finally get to that point, you paid off all your debt, and you got a year's worth of savings, year's worth of expenses in a savings account, then do whatever you want. You want to make it rain on Dollar Tree? You want to make it rain on stocks? Or you want to keep investing wisely and then you do you. And I think if everyone did that, they'd be happy. Good job. Lauren, if you did wear underwear, I did for many years, it was a disaster. Would it be pink or orange? It'd probably be orange, but with some highlights of pink. Because what I could tell you, man, pink accents my body. Look how high I look with these pink flamingo earbuds, man. So believe me, guys, I'm very confident in myself. I'm not gay. I know some of you guys think I'm not gay. And what I can tell you is, look, I come into the room, which I haven't done, with some not tidy whities, and not boxers, because boxers, I made a big mistake. You want boxer briefs, okay? Boxer briefs are the great in between, but they got to be like Under Armour or something with a very comfortable feel, and also they're good for the bedroom. Women like that. But what I could tell you is this, guys. When I was fat, I just said turn the lights off. When I lost a lot of weight, I said look at my pink underwear. When I downsized my life and I'm living simple, I say I got no underwear. So, you pick your poison. I'm not mad at you. Little fiery one. I agree with XP Jeffy. This lifestyle suits you, Sam. Thank God. Appreciate that. You definitely have something here. I love you, Fiery. Nothing lasts forever. See, you're listening. Good job. But like you said, you are in a good groove. Damn it. Fiery one, you nailed it. Good job. Fire emoji to you. Let's take hydration break. Very good. Milano. I was going to say Milano. His real name, how you pronounce his name is Manolo. Manolo in Miami living full time in his class B+. He ain't going back. He goes, Sammy, at the gym. Hey, brother, I'm at the gym every day. You're at the gym? Looking good. Let me tell you something, man. You got to keep the Colombian happy. Keep working out, brother. You looking good. Shout out to you. Shout out to I saw Emilio did some videos about protein and working out. So get it right, man. Keep doing you, brother. Good to see. I want to keep saying Milano, but I want to pronounce his name right. It's Manolo. Manolo, but I feel like now I got to like form a new relationship with you, because for like the past 2 years, he's been here for almost 2 years. I've been calling him Milano. So now if I call you Manolo, I feel like now we're starting a whole new relationship. Are you mad if I call you Milano still? I don't want to be disrespectful. I love you, brother, because you've been a blessing in my life. Milano's just about 62. He's going to collect his first Social Security check in a couple of weeks, and he's living full-time in an RV in Miami, okay? Milano, did you get your first Social Security check out? Lauren, I sub to XP Jeffy. Jeffy, you just made it rain. Great job on the videos. He does a good job. Look, I think he can easily have 10,000 subs, but here's XP Jeffy's biggest negative. He has a gap in his resume. When you go for a job interview, the number one thing they look at is your gap in your resume. So basically, XP Jeffy has uploaded a video every day for the past month. You know, his last video before that was like a year ago. Why? Because he had a gap in his resume. Why? Because he was hanging around weed heads and stuck in a 10 roommate situation. His life was a total disaster. So now he's inspired again. He's not depressed. He's back to uploading daily. So now if he goes into a bad groove again, you won't hear from him for another year. So let us pray that XP Jeffy doesn't go back. But if he does go back, we still love him. Why? Because he's a positive person. He just wants to be Rob Dyrdek, but he wants to also be himself, so let's stay positive. Al, Illinois, good to see you. Love to you, brother. Stay positive in Illinois. At least it's the summertime. I will never go to Chicago, but I love you. I respect you. I appreciate you. Gina, Bob Wells needed Viagra before he can take care of business. I don't think so. I think he's an egomaniac. And so I think when you're an egomaniac, I think you got natural Viagra. And so what I could tell you is, he still helped a lot of people. Even if he uses Viagra, even if he's into ego, he helped me. He helped a lot of people. So I don't want to speak negative to him. I'm having a little fun. And look, as I've matured, even on my YouTube, and as I'm a creator, I have a little bit more compassion. I can say, look, I may disagree on certain things, but he's helped a lot of people. So is Hobo Ali, and so is like crooked pastors. But there's some parts about all those that I may disagree with. But as an adult, I have to say, look, if I don't like this, I don't have to stay here. And everyone has their own right to do whatever they want. Good job. Illinois. I don't want to live in a car. I'm at you. In the desert. Well, I damn sure don't want to do that either. I want to stay in Florida. XP Jeffy. At Lauren. Thanks. Yeah. That's something about Illinois. Keep your freedom. Keep moving forward. Well, Illinois, thank you for the comment. I appreciate you. And it's noted. I'm taking note of the positive people who leave positive feedback. Thank you. That's my guy, Buck Porter, living in South Florida, thinking about the nomadic life. He just bought window covers today. I read his comment. Let's encourage Buck Porter and let's read his comment. Brother, so many gems you're laying out, dropping knowledge. I can't wait to start weekend trips. There you go, brother, and get adapted. Look, it takes a while. It's just like starting a new job. It's going to take you about 8 to 12 months. When you start a new job, the first 8 to 12 months are basically a stress bowl. But after that, you've given birth to a new lifestyle. I'm very cautious of using the word master because even Jesus said no one masters anything. But you become very experienced and more confident after 8 to 12 months of doing anything, including car living. So try to get past the year and then always know in the back of your mind, like even like 2 years into it, there was like moments like 6 months ago where you always kind of have like a lingering feeling about getting a home base. Even now as I look at home bases, but I'm in a very good groove. So you're going to have grooves of feeling overwhelmed with the lifestyle and then back and forth. And what you want to remember is stick with it as long as it's not unhealthy for you and you're not putting yourself in a very compromised position, because you only get so many chances to be free, and you want to have some type of goal attached to the lifestyle. Okay, that's key, guys. I'm dropping a gem. Get ready to listen and write this down. My goal was to cut my monthly expenses in half and to reposition my life and what you can do in a nomadic life and move to a different state, which was New Jersey to Florida. That was my main goal, two-part goal. Cut my bills in half and move to Florida. It accomplished that goal. Now I'm kind of like just saying, well, you know what? Things are going good. Why mess up? But here's what I want to tell you. You should have a goal attached to the lifestyle. If you want to cut your expenses, what do you want to do? Do you want to pay off debt? Do you want to start a business? What goals are attached to the lifestyle? And never forget, which many nomads forget, the income portion, okay? Because if you just sell everything, or if you just move out of somewhere and you don't have a secured income, you're going to be the same place you were as if you were in an apartment, which is uninspired. If you think your job is stressful, wait till you quit a job and you have no money, then you're really going to be stressed. Now, if you have a lot of money in savings, if you have a disability, if you have a social security check or whatever, if you have income dividends, if you have a way that some way you have enough income to make it without working, I am not mad at that, okay? But I want to make the point that no matter how low you cut your expenses, you always need income, okay? Because if not, you're going to be stressed. You're going to be stressed in a parking lot in Walmart that you can't even afford a Walmart salad. And Walmart salads are a disaster, okay? You might as well be on a keto diet. So what I could tell you is this, guys. I just broke it down. Good job. Marin. Because I just want to say this too. Guys, look, I built my career. I changed my health. I lost 200 pounds. I downsized my relationships. I went on a spiritual journey. I did all those things to build a foundation in my life before I started living in my car. So I think if you don't have a career, I think if you don't have your health together, I think if you don't have some type of spiritual faith, I think if you have bad relationships, I think if you have a life that's a disaster and you just move in your car and you expect your life to magically get better, I think you're going to resent me and resent other people. But really, you have to look in the mirror. Why? Because you're the engineer of your life. Now, I am not speaking to you, Buck Porter. I know you're a positive person, but I want to make that note because it's important to note. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have your whole life together before you do anything, because if you wait for that, you'll never do anything. So, look, some of the things I mentioned you may not have all together, and that's fine. But I want you to be aware that today is always the day to start building the core foundation pieces of your life, whatever your living situation. And every day you put that off, and every day you think like just moving to a different state, just moving into your car, every day you think like that's going to be the end all be all, is you're misled. And it's not someone else doing it, it's you doing it. You're the engineer of your life. Good job, Marin. Happy you're in the flow. I am in the flow. Thank you. Blessings that you are aware of being in the flow. Amen. Good comment. Having cancer, she says, she's talking about herself, helped her realize her blessings. That's a great comment. Go figure. No, I could definitely figure that. Love to you and thank you for sharing. When I got nerve damage and when I had a serious health scare, it was like the same thing. It was a wake-up call. So look, get your shit together now, Sam. Okay? And so love to you, Marin. I totally agree. Let's take a hydration break. Gina, Sammy, what happened to Christina Aguilera? She got old and probably out of shape. Okay, now she's scared of the camera. Why? She don't want you to see her look like that. Look, when you start dating a MILF and she's 51, by the time she's 60, she's gonna break up with you, even if she still likes you. Why? She don't want you to see her get old. Why? She don't want you to remember her like that. So Christina Aguilera, even if she can still sing, she don't want you to see her all big and eating donuts, because she wants you to remember her like in the Nasty video shoot where she had long hair and she was dancing around. So look. People want to hide when they get out of shape, and I understand that. Look, I was 350 pounds. I was a recluse. Let's take a nose blow break. All right. And then she goes, what happened to she used to be hot, and now she looks like she's on a keto diet. Well, hey, everyone gets old, and look, I got up to 350 pounds, so who am I to judge? I can't judge you if you want to do penny stocks or if you want to go on a keto diet. Either way, all I can tell you for me, what helped me was a plant-based diet, going out to walk, living below my means. And even me, I'm not perfect. I could be broken, so I don't want to judge anyone. I just want to stay positive. At Illinois. Take one step at a time. There you go. Good job. And keep showing up. At Illinois, one of the best comments of the night. Good job. Marin, 3 hydration breaks, 2 palm trees, 3 hearts. Oh, yeah, we hitting a slot machine tonight. Love the earbuds. Yeah, these are flamingo. Yeah, Miami. Good job. Lauren, love you too, Sam. Thank you. I moved to Las Vegas. Okay, so that's still hot weather. That's not bad, but no ocean. I'm not mad at that. To try something new. I'm not mad at you. Life-changing locations. Well, I do too, even though it's in the same state. And that's why I think it's a little bit of a negative to buy a home base, because I feel like I'll be stressed out that I have to go back to this one place every night. If not, like I'm paying for property taxes, HOA, and utilities, and I don't want to go back there. So I like the variety. Even though I just travel in Florida because I like Florida, and I don't even travel the whole state. I traveled the whole state other than the Panhandle. Why? Because, look, there ain't no hot chicks in Gainesville. Shout out to all the big girls in Gainesville. But what I could tell you is this, okay, is I do recognize the mental health and the less stress when you can travel at your pace. When you're traveling at a fast pace, whether it's for a job or your personal life, you don't enjoy it. And traveling fast with deadlines causes stress. Traveling at your pace, and that's the only time travel is a blessing. When you travel at your pace, you're under no rush, and you enjoy the journey. If you don't travel with a slow mindset and without rushing, you won't enjoy it. So that's a huge thing, okay? And so that takes a level of experience, but I agree with you. Stephanie White. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Sam. Hello to you. Thank you. Michael, good job. Yep. Marin. Oh, a little fiery one. I'm cheering you because your persistence beats resistance. Good job. I'm sorry. Because your persistence is going to take you off. I agree with that. Chick-fil-A is an honest work for an honest pay. Yeah, I'm not mad at you work at Chick-fil-A. I do DoorDash. DoorDash delivers a lot on healthy food. I just don't want you to eat Chick-fil-A every day. Good job. You have that experience. You have honor. Oh, yeah, look, guys, I don't care if you work at Walmart or whatever. Look, I think there's a lot of honor in that. But I don't want you to eat Chick-fil-A every day. Why? Because I think it's going to stress you out. But what should you do? Whatever you want. Guys, I didn't want someone telling me not to eat a spicy chicken Wendy's sandwich when I was fat. And I'm still like, I'm big now, but at least it's muscle and it's healthy. I don't want to tell anyone how to live, but I want to share my life. And my life was fast food will destroy your health. So be careful. Little fire one. Marin, thank you. I now work in the medical field. Well, money bag emoji to you because the medical field is popping and ain't going nowhere. Why? Because baby boomers getting ready to die. Now, look, shout out to all my baby boomers watching me. I know you get upset when I tell you that, but hey, look, your time's near. Am I saying that so you get sad? No, I'm saying that so you live with urgency. Because guess what? You're never going to be younger than you were today. Doesn't matter if you're 32 or 72. You're never going to be younger than you were today. Average life expectancy is 80. So if you're not living with urgency, guess what? You're never going to finish the album. Pac had like 50 albums done before he died. Why? Because he lived with urgency. Shout out to John B, who just did a video about it on Vlad TV, and he talked about Pac worked with urgency. Shout out to the John B album, Cool Relax. Guys, if you don't know about the John B album called Cool and Relax, you don't know about good R&B music. And what I could tell you is this, guys. You better live with urgency, and you better listen to John B. Cool Relax album. Why? Because look, it's a pretty good album. All right, let's stay positive. Stephanie, thanks, Sam, for the inspiration. Thank you. I appreciate the positive comment. Lauren, Sam glistens. Yeah, I'm moist in the Florida sun. Yeah, in pink. Yeah, baby. Good job. Stephanie, a lot of gem emojis. Yeah, you got Digga Maladuki. Good job. Jalen, laughing. Good job. Peace and love to you. Peace back to you. Thank you. Danny, can you explain how people tip and donate? Yes, if you look in the live chat section, there's a symbol for emojis, and then there's a money dollar symbol. You click that, and then you click an amount you'd like to tip because the video is either entertaining, information, inspiring, or you just want to stuff some money down my drawers. But if you don't, just click the thumbs up button. Because why? Because I'm not a pastor trying to tell you, like, if you don't give me 10%, you shouldn't be in church. Look, guys, it's a tip jar, okay? Oh, damn it. I just got $1. Backwoods, give me a tip. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Backwoods. It's a tip jar, guys. Like when you go to Starbucks. They have a tip jar in Starbucks. Damn it. Backwoods, give me another tip. And what I can tell you is thank you, Backwoods, man. Thank you. And if you don't do it, look, there's no pressure. It is what it is. It's just like in Starbucks. It's just like at the strip club. It's if you want a tip. Now, you can drink a Corona and play the background, and you don't want to be by the bar. I did that for sometimes. I was cheap. Why? Because you don't want to tip the stripper. She keeps coming around. You're like, why does she keep coming around? I'm getting out of this bar. So I can understand, like, if you don't want to leave a comment, you say, Sam wants me to tip. I don't want you to tip, guys. Look, leave a comment. Now, if you want to tip, look, I take tips. But ultimately, I don't take kind to manipulation. I don't want to manipulate anyone. And so I show appreciation, but I'm honest and direct with you. And above all else, I'm very appreciative of everything. And Backwoods, thank you very much, brother, for the super chat. And all those, Minivan Murph, love that name, Journey with Jordan, and Snow Panther, and thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone who clicked the thumbs up button. So that answers that. Little fiery one. Danny, there is a $sign by the chat window if you are on your phone. Yeah, and even on my laptop, I see it, because I got my laptop up, which I see if there's any people that either got blocked by using a curse word and I have to approve, or if there's somebody crazy I have to block, and then I do this live feed from my phone. But yes, you can do it from both phone or laptop. Danny, healthcare industry is going to boom for another 15 years. Yeah, maybe even longer. I totally agree. Baby boomers still got about 15 years on average. And either way, look, healthcare is just always going to be a thriving industry because there's always going to be a need for it. But the less Chick-fil-A you eat, the better off you are. The less healthcare you should need, but let's stay positive. Backwoods, thank you again, brother. Tony, hey, from Canada. I love Canadians. Hey, man. Sam, keep it up, Sam. I appreciate that. Well, Tony, the Canadians have a special connection with the Floridians. Why? Because a lot of Canadians come here in the winter. And I don't care if you're Canadian, Mexican, Afghanistani, from Israel, from India, from wherever. Why? Because, look, I love everyone as long as you're positive. If you're not positive, I don't care where you're from. So what I could tell you guys is love and respect to the Canadian flag with the maple leaf. Now, the only reason I don't like Canada is not because you're from a different country, because cold's hell up there. And New Jersey, to me, I look at New Jersey and Canada the same way. Too cold, too cold. Backwoods, thank you again, brother. You're very welcome, Sam. Yeah, President emoji and live peace and hang loose. Well, guys, let's end on a positive note because when you can always try to end on a positive note. Don't stretch it out. I broke down as much as I could, broke down tonight. Thank you guys, everyone, for watching. Thank you for all your love. I pray you have a great night with less stress and a life you engineer intentionally, because you have to do everything intentionally. You have to intentionally engineer, redesign your life with less stress, less things, less financial obligations, less emotional obligations. And even if you make a mistake, even if you want to, do risky investments, date some wild person, have a loud ass motorcycle, everyone has the right to do them, okay? But hopefully over time you can evaluate what's stressing you out and say, you know what? I used to be a guy who played my music loud, and hopefully over time and through God's grace, we all need grace, we all need luck. We all need some things to fall into place, but hopefully over time you can start to take more control over your life, make more decisions that position your life around less stress so that you can enjoy life more. Actually, when I was looking at buying this home base, I'll leave on this note, the people who are looking to sell their property had said they are looking to downsize because they want less stress and they want to enjoy life more. And I think that's a powerful, powerful statement. And we'll end on that note. Peace and love.